What's good? This is Trey. Welcome to this presentation. The topic is you got to do it bad until you can do it good. Every master, every master was once a beginner, right? When you learn how to ride a bike, you suck at it. When you learn how to read, you suck at it. When you learn how to talk, you suck at it. When you learn how to walk, you suck at it. Everything that you start, any new activity, any new skill, any new challenge, if you've never experienced it before, if you've never done it before, you're not going to be good at it. And so it's just coming to this understanding that if you want a certain skill or you want a certain result or you want to create a certain condition in life, you're going to have to take actions and get involved in certain activities and do certain things that you're not going to be good at. And you got to be okay with not being good at it. You got to be okay with looking stupid sometimes. You got to be okay with getting embarrassed sometimes. You got to be okay with, not always looking cool, not always looking, smooth or being smooth. It's like when I made this goal that I wanted to get good with women, I wanted to be able to have, some control in my dating life and be able to achieve the results I want without hoping and hoping to get lucky. I had to put myself out there, and, I wasn't good. My social skills were lacking. My communication skills were lacking. I wasn't comfortable in my own skin. There was these different things, insecurities, limiting beliefs that was holding me back and making it difficult for me to do things well, right? But I had to face those insecurities. I had to face those limiting beliefs and overcome them. And as I overcome them, my ability to express myself got better. My ability to communicate got better. My ability to connect with women got better, right? Every single thing that I've went after in my life, I sucked at it at first. Basketball was a dream of mine as a kid. When I just started, I was garbage. I couldn't dribble the basketball. I couldn't shoot, right? But I stuck with it until I got good at it, okay? You know what I mean? Anything. Every single thing that I've gotten good at, playing the piano. First time I got on the piano, it was overwhelming. All these keys on the piano, I think it's 72 keys, or I can't remember the number, but it's a lot of different, it's a bunch of keys on the piano. It's like, how did these guys play these magnificent songs and compositions and stuff like that? I'm looking at it like, damn, how am I going to get there? But I had to start where I was. I had to start by learning some scales, learning how to play Mary Had a Little Lamb, learning how to play Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, whatever it was, right? Until I could get to a point where now I could play some nice songs. I could get on the piano and jam. I could get on the piano and sing and play the piano at the same time. It used to be very difficult for me. I could only do one or the other. Now I can do both, right? So it's like you just get to this understanding like, whenever you take on a new challenge, or you want to develop a new skill, or, you want to achieve something, you're not going to be good at it at first, man. You're starting a new business, you're not going to be good at it at first. But that's why you got to get good at enjoying the process. This is actually a skill, a quality you want to develop. Become this kind of person that enjoys the failure, enjoys the embarrassment, enjoys the ups and downs, and just enjoys the process of growing, of evolving. It's like having this mentality like, I'm doing this for a reason. I'm not, embarrassing myself or making mistakes for no reason. I have a goal. I have a vision of what I would like to achieve. And I'm willing to go through this process to achieve that goal, right? To make that vision a reality. And so it's just understanding man, when you start off doing something, you're just not going to be good at it. Like that's just the way it is. But that's okay. Every single person that got good at something, they weren't good at it at first, right? Even if they were talented, they still weren't that good. You could just see okay, this person, they learn quickly or they pick up on things quickly, but they still had to put their work in. Like all the greatest performers, the greatest athletes, they're all known for having great work ethic, right? Because they know their goals, they know what they want to achieve, and they just constantly doing it, constantly immersing themselves in it, right? And so that's what I apply, you know, whenever there's some kind of goal that I want to achieve or some condition I want to create. I know I'm gonna have to take some actions that, you know, are new actions, you know, maybe get involved in some activities that are new activities. I'm gonna have to get out my comfort zone. And I'm not gonna be great at it, you know, at first. I'm not gonna be comfortable, right? I'm not gonna be confident at first. But by going through that process, that's when you get comfortable. That's when you get confident. That's when you get skilled, right? Repetition. You have to repeat the same things over and over until you get good at it, right? You know, building a business is a great example. Like when you never built a business before, you know, when you start, everything is just gonna be, you know, like, you know, difficult, right? Like you find somebody who's been in business for a long time, it's nothing to him, right? Like big things that would be a big deal to you, to him is no big deal. But when he started, you know, he was overwhelmed the same way you're overwhelmed. He was finding it, you know, different things difficult and didn't know how to do certain things, didn't know how to manage people and all these different things, but he learned through the process, right? So it's just getting this understanding, yo, anybody that you see that's great at something, anybody that you see is at a mastery level, at advanced level, they were once a beginner. They were once an intermediate, right? And they just kept going. They just kept repetition, consistency, getting in, you know, meeting different people, you know, so they can, you know, get different perspectives on things, you know, reading books, watching videos, going to events, networking, like doing all these things. But I'm telling you, you want to get to this place where you're able to enjoy the process. It's going to make things so much easier. When you just enjoy the process, you just understand, yo, this is part of life. Part of life is going through things and taking actions and not being good at them right away. But over time, as you consistently apply yourself, as you consistently take action, as you consistently have these different experiences and gain this new knowledge, you get better. You keep getting better. You know what I mean? What's up, bro? What's up? What's up? So it's just understanding, yo, repetition. Repetition is a key thing here, right? You know, as I said, everything that we learned, right, we weren't good at it at first. First time we learned how to walk, we was falling all over the place as a kid. We were falling all over the place. First time we learned how to talk, we were saying goo goo gaga, whatever, right? You know? And then you look at some other things. First time we learn how to ride a bike, you got to fall a couple times. You know what I mean? The first time you learn how to read and write, you weren't good at it, right? It's just that we forget. We forget, like, everything that we learned, we actually sucked at it at first. Like, everything. And then because we consistently did it, we got better. I remember when I was learning how to drive, man. I was, like, so afraid when I was driving, like, you know, when you're driving on the road and you have the cars coming this way and I'm going this way, I was so afraid that I might accidentally swerve into somebody, right? Because I was so uncomfortable, you know what I mean? And now I'm just able to vibe, man. I can drive one hand, I could play my music loud, you know, I could be talking to my friend in the passenger seat or on the phone or whatever it is, you know what I mean? Like, but at first, man, you know, I wasn't good at all. You know, I remember when I was learning how to drive, one time I ran into a tree. I was parked I had parked up and I think I pressed the gas instead of the brakes and I ran into a tree. You know what I mean? Stuff like that used to happen, but now it's like, you know, I could get in the car, I don't even think twice. I could drive around, I could go fast, I could go slow, I could do whatever. And it's the same thing with everything, bro. You know, when it comes to working out, when I just started working out, you know, I was able to do a couple push-ups or whatever. Now I'm doing one-arm push-ups, handstand push-ups. You know, I can work out, you know, do a lot of reps. You know, my workouts are very intense, but I didn't start off like that. When I started off, you know what I mean? I was a beginner, right? You know, I wasn't that impressive or whatever. But because I stayed consistent, because of repetition, because of discipline, right? Because of my ability to persevere until I get good. The thing is, you don't know when you're going to get good. That's why you got to just be consistent. That's why you got to just repetition, you know, persistency. Because you don't know when the skill's gonna show up. You don't know when you're gonna get good. You know, it's just when the time is right, you're gonna suddenly look and you're gonna be good. Like when it comes to the piano, I used to practice the piano. I didn't know when I was gonna get good at it, you know? At least good at it to the point where people will say, hey man, you're good at it, you know? Like now I could just get on the piano and I could play some songs that people know, and I can create a vibe, and I can post it on TikTok or YouTube and all these different things. But at one time, only thing I could play was Mary Had a Little Lamb. Only thing I could play was Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, whatever it was. Ode to Joy. You know what I mean? So it's just, man, it's just getting this understanding, man. You can get good at anything if you're willing to put in that repetition, if you're willing to be consistent, if you're willing to go through the process and just enjoy the process, man. Enjoy the ups and downs of it, right? You're not gonna be comfortable at first. You're gonna be uncomfortable. It's gonna feel a little weird. But, you know, if you're consistent, it becomes your new comfort zone, right? And then you become confident in it and become grounded in it, and it just becomes a part of you, bro. And it's no longer a big deal, right? So it's just, man, it's just understanding life. This is the way life is, and it's cool. It is what it is, right? You know what I mean? It is what it is. Why resist it? Why resist the truth? The truth is, in order to get good at something, you're gonna have to do it bad until you're good. And then when you get good, if you keep doing it good, then you become great. And if you keep doing it great, then you become excellent. You keep doing it excellent, you get into mastery level, right? Where you're just like a beast at what you do. You know what I mean? But you really gotta love what you do. Like basketball, it was very easy for me to get good at basketball because I loved it so much. So even if I sucked at it, you know, I enjoyed even when I sucked. You know, even when I wasn't good at it, I enjoyed that because I just loved it. That's why you want to find these things that you love to do. You know, find what speaks to your soul. What are you passionate about? You know, what would you do? What would you do if you could not fail? What would you do if, you know, you had no fears, you had no doubts? You know, these things, man. This is what's gonna make life purposeful for you. This is what's gonna make life more interesting for you, is when you start doing these things that you really want to do, even if you're not good at them right away, even if there's all these other people that are better than you. You know, it can be quite, you know, it may be a little intimidating to maybe start a business in a field where there's already competition, right? But you got to remember, all those competition that are in there, they started from scratch too. They started from the beginning too, and they figured out how to become successful. So why can't you do it, right? You can do it too, right? You just find your own way to do it, your own creative way, your own unique way. Learn how to be resourceful, you know, learn how to network, right? Share ideas with other people, right? You can see things from a different perspective, a different lens, right? People will help you see your blind spots, the things you're not noticing. Just understand, man, anything you want to get good at, you can get good at it. It's just repetition. It's just understanding, look, everybody starts at the beginner stage, then you go to intermediate, then you go to advanced, then you go to mastery level, right? So it's just you being able to stick the course, stay consistent for however long is necessary. When I set a goal, I don't change the goal. I just keep locking into that goal until I hit it. I won't stop, you know? Even if I set a goal, I think it's gonna happen in 3 to 6 months. 3 to 6 months come and I haven't hit the goal yet, I keep going. I keep going, because if I stop, then you're guaranteeing you're not gonna hit the goal. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, bro, I want to hit this goal. I'm going to hit this goal, and it just is what it is, right? And I'm able to see, you know, some people, because if they don't hit the goal, they reject the evidence that they're actually moving towards the goal. Maybe there has been progress and things are starting to shape into that new reality, but if it doesn't happen as soon as they want it to, they say, oh, this doesn't work. Nah, pay attention. It's starting to work. Things are starting to improve. Things are getting better. Things are starting to align. But you got to keep going. This is the test. This is the challenge to see how bad do you really want it. Do you really want it, or is it just kind of something you think is cool to have, right? That's the test. All right, so that's the video, man. I hope this was helpful. If you're a man watching this and you're not in the Sexy Beast Tribe yet, I'll leave a link to the group. You know, in that group, you know, you're going to learn how to become the best version of yourself, how to become powerful. how to become grounded in your masculinity, how to be able to express yourself authentically, get your message across to whoever you're speaking to your audience, to women, to men, to whoever, and how to be a leader, right? How to have a purpose and lead and bring your purpose, to reality. Make your purpose, as it starts as a vision, how you can make it, a real thing, and you can do this, right? But it's a process, as I said in this video, man. Repetition. Can you do it bad until you do it good? Can you do it good until you do it great? Can you do it great until you do it excellent? Can you do it excellent until you're at a mastery level where you can do it with your eyes closed? All right, thanks for watching. Peace.